What's up everybody, Animation Entertainment's AE Dude here, giving you the latest update on anime, manga, cosplay, streaming, relating technology, and gaming news on today's episode of Cyber News.
Today is August 13th, 2020.
We have quite a bit of information to cover, so let's get right into it. But first, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell notification icon, and give this video a like if you enjoy what you see and would like to see more relating content. We're gonna start off with some anime news. According to sources close to WGTC, the live-action adaptation of Avatar: The Last Airbender will reportedly make some big changes to the original story. These include, but are not limited to, the introduction of new characters and subplots. Now in the past, Michael Dante DiMartino and Brian Onizetko have already mentioned that they'd make some changes to the live-action adaptation, such as the introduction of original supporting characters. And while we don't know the specifics that they have planned just yet, we're told that they want to rework the original ending, which people felt was kind of a Deus Ex Machina. On the other hand, Sony has slowly shifted from consumer electronics to entertainment over the past decade, and it's aiming to add anime as its fourth major pillar alongside music, news, and of course games. The organization now intends to unify its entertainment business to help push its anime initiative, with games being a part of its approach.
Sony
Believes that a successful product can lead to high consumer spending on intellectual properties that remain wholly owned. Now, some more anime news. On August 10, 2020, reports confirmed the fate of Act Age after its writer Tatsuya Matsuki was arrested for acting indecently towards a minor. Shueisha has chosen to officially cancel the hit series in light of the arrest. The final chapter of Act Age will be shared in issue 36 to 37 of Weekly Shonen Jump. At this time, the final chapters of Act Age were expected to be published in print only. Manga Plus will now host its final chapter, and no further updates have been given on Matsuki's case. Now we're going to talk about some streaming news. Shroud, one of the most influential live streamers on the internet, has announced his triumphant exclusive return to Twitch, the platform that made him famous. On more news regarding Twitch, the family was able to reclaim most of the $20,000 their teenage son secretly spent in Twitch donations, subscriptions, and bits. The teen's mother discovered $19,870.94 in charges to a debit card between July 14th and the 30th, claiming years of savings disappeared in 17 days. She said those donations went to popular Twitch streamers. The mother, who wanted to remain anonymous to protect her family, told Esports that almost all the money had since been credited back to her accounts. But she was finally able to get her funds back. It certainly wasn't easy. She said hitting a brick wall with Twitch when trying to get her money back was the most frustrating thing of all. Now we're going to move on to some tech news. Sony is bringing back some of the rarer and more beloved DualShock 4 controller colors starting this month. The company announced this on Monday morning in a blog post. So in the event you are in need of a PlayStation 4 gamepad and weren't planning on getting a PlayStation 5 at launch, Sony has confirmed these controllers won't work for the PlayStation 5 games, but will be backwards compatible with PS4 titles. You can at the very least get one of these more stylish options available. And I quote, "We're bringing back some of the more recent stylish designs this August at participating retailers globally, including berry blue, red camouflage, rose gold, and steel black." That's Steve Schwartz, Sony's senior manager for marketing of PSVR and peripherals. Now, after getting a good look at the PS5 and its digital-only counterpart
at Sony's reveal event
for the console, we're still waiting to hear about the price. We're not expecting it to be cheap by any means. It's packing a super fast SSD offering speeds of up to 5.5 gigabytes, a custom RDNA 2 chip from AMD, and a new geometry engine and intersection engine, which is what makes ray tracing possible. Now, the latest leak confirms what we've heard so far, but also reveals the price
for the digital edition
of the PlayStation 5, as well as the PlayStation 5 accessories and exact launch date. Twitter leaker Iron Man PS5 is claiming that the PS5 will land in North America and Europe on November 20th, or retail for $499, 449 British pounds, and 499 euros at launch.
In a follow-up tweet, he or she added that the
digital edition will hit sales on the same day with a price tag of $399, 349 British pounds, and 399 euros. The DualSense will retail for $59.99 American dollars, $54.99 British pounds, and $59.99 euros. The charging cradle will be priced at $29.99 American dollars, $24.99 British pounds and 29.99 euros. The HD camera will come at 59.99 American dollars, 54.99 British pounds, and 59.99 euros. The Pulse 3D wireless headset will cost 159 American dollars, 129 British pounds, and 179 euros. The PS5 remote will set you back at 29.99 American dollars, 24.99 British pounds, and 29.99 euros. And lastly, the price of the vertical stand is 24.99 American dollars, 16.99 British pounds, and 19.99 euros. All of these accessories will be available in North America and Europe on November 20th, 2020 alongside the PlayStation 5. If you're interested on the exact specs of the PlayStation 5, here they are. Now the last bit of tech news for PlayStation is geared towards the PlayStation Store. Subscribers to PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now will finally be able to purchase games they previously acquired for free through their subscriptions. Now, store pages on PSN Now show 3 different options for games that support PlayStation Plus. The third option is PlayStation Now, Sony's game streaming service that posts similar issues to PlayStation Plus games for players who subscribe to that service. Now, if someone was so inclined, they could pay 3 times to access the same game. A more likely scenario, they could purchase or gift a game that they have access to through other means. Oh boy, now for some news on Microsoft's Xbox. Now, Microsoft is rumored to be unveiling its second, cheaper next-gen Xbox console this month, and it looks like it will be definitely called Xbox Series S. Verge has obtained photos of Microsoft's new next-gen Xbox controller, complete with packaging that mentions the Xbox Series S. Twitter user Zach S was able to purchase the controller, and it's been confirmed that it's genuine. The new controller was sold on a resale site, and the side of the packaging notes that the controller works with the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S consoles. Microsoft has not officially unveiled an Xbox Series S yet, nor has the company even confirmed a white Xbox Series X controller. Now, the Xbox Series S will likely be Microsoft's second cheaper next-gen Xbox that's been codenamed Lockhart. A Microsoft document leaked back in June shed some further light on the company's plans for 2 next-gen consoles. Microsoft's Xbox Series X dev kit, codenamed Dante, allows game developers to enable a special Lockhart mode that has a profile of the performance that Microsoft wants to hit for this second console. The Lockhart console is expected to include 7.5 gigabytes of usable RAM, around 4 teraflops of GPU performance, and ship with the same CPU found on the Xbox Series X. Microsoft is rumored to be unveiling the Xbox Series S sometime in August, and it will likely play a big part of the company's Xbox All Access subscription plans that bundle an Xbox console and Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. This includes Xbox Live and Xbox Game Pass.
Now for some gaming news.
On Monday, Naughty Dog updated the PlayStation trophies for The Last of Us Part 2, revealing some new modes coming to the game, permadeath options, and the return of the original game's grounded mode. Grounded difficulty represents the ultimate test of skill. This difficulty raises the stakes by not only making enemies deadlier and ammo upgrade and crafting materials incredibly scarce, but also removing invaluable tools for survival such as disabling listen mode, deactivating elements of the HUD, and more. So you won't need to have already beaten the game once to access it.
As an additional layer of challenge, there will also be a brand new permadeath mode. With this custom mode enabled, there are no second chances. You must complete the entire game without dying or start over from the beginning. However, if taking on the whole game is too daunting, you can choose to enable permadeath mode with checkpoints on a per chapter or per act basis. In other words, if you die at the end of day 1, you'll have to play the entire day over again. You'll also be rewarded for your efforts. The Grounded update introduces 2 new trophies, one for completing the game with any permadeath mode enabled and another for beating it on grounded difficulty. Don't worry though, neither of these trophies will be required in order to earn the platinum. With this week's update, there will be nearly 30 new graphics rendering modes, as well as several new audio modifiers that allow you to change the look and feel of the game. Naughty Dog is also debuting new unlockable gameplay modifiers like One Shot or Touch of Death that enable one-hit kills or infinite ammo, infinite crafting, or infinite listen mode range to add a new twist to gameplay. Now, alongside these new modes, Naughty Dog is proud to introduce the implementation of a number of frequently requested improvements to the game, including the option to disable listen mode, adjust film grain levels, additional display options, improvements to accessibility features, and more. For our friends in the speedrunning community, the ability to see playtime up to the second in the saves menu, making it easier to track and verify your runs. Here's a quick overview of the new features that will be added with the Grounded update.
Now get ready to discover new bus brands and models, explore a brand new open world set in the United States, and enjoy a host of fresh features that will make your life as a bus driver even more comfortable in the next installment of the popular Bus Simulator franchise. Bus Simulator 21 is under development and will be released in 2021. Now, news on Halo Infinite. Microsoft and 343 Industries are making the decision to delay the launch of Halo Infinite to 2021. 343 Industries says the delay is related to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, as employees have shifted to work from home and development of large games has been particularly difficult for many in the industry. With no clear Halo Infinite release date in sight except a 2021 release, 343 Industries will have plenty of time to avoid the typical game crunch and address fan feedback in the months ahead. Now, a squad of alleged aimbotters has trapped a guy behind his riot shield. The particular suspected cheater who was spectating, captured in the video below, continues firing at the shield guy's protected head. He finally tries to run up on him with a thermite grenade, but the shield wins out. The riot shield's victory against the cheating player is short-lived. The rest of his squad gets him in the end.
While it's difficult to find concrete proof that a player is cheating, Warzone fans claim that they can tell by how a player behaves. If they're getting kills by shooting seemingly randomly into buildings or appear to know where enemies are before they can see them, that's taken as a sign that they're using third-party software. Infinity Ward was gung-ho about its fight against cheating after Warzone launched in mid-March. The developer had banned over 70,000 players by April. And I quote, "It's something that's really high on our list," said Joe Seacott, multiplayer director and design director at Infinity Ward, in an interview with US Gamer in May. "We have a team at Activision that's dedicated to anti-cheat and finding these people, but it's an arms race," end quote. Infinity Ward added a player reporting feature that notifies players when an account they've reported has been banned. It also included a block function that gives players a warning if they enter a lobby that has someone they've blocked in it. But these efforts clearly haven't been enough to create the feeling that Warzone is relatively safe from cheaters compared to competing shooters.
Bethesda has dropped the first teaser for the upcoming Doom Eternal expansion at QuakeCon. The Ancient Gods Part 1, as the expansion is formally called, carries on after events of Doom Eternal, when we learn that everyone who warned the Doomslayer that he shouldn't keep messing around with super cosmic forces beyond his ken were sort of right. The release date for the Ancient Gods Part 1 wasn't announced, but hopefully we'll get that when the full trailer is revealed during GameCon 2020's opening night live event, which begins at 11 AM Pacific Time, 2 PM Eastern Time on August 27, 2020. Did you know UK chart data is now in for the week ending of August 8th, 2020, and reveals that Animal Crossing New Horizons has managed to make its way back to the top.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe
Has also risen once again into third place. Now, a bizarre, completely decontextualized statue of Sonic the Hedgehog riding a snowboard up in the Japanese countryside has been fully restored. Apparently, the statue originated at Sega World and was sold at an auction after it was remodeled. The buyer lives up a dirt road behind the statue, and the report says that he placed it there as a landmark to direct guests to his driveway. Still, no idea if the owner, Mr. Keto, is behind the restoration or not, or if some other large marketing force played the role. Finally,
actress Brie Larson
was attacked by Twitter trolls who branded her as
a fake gamer
after sharing a picture of her DualShock 4. I don't know about you guys, but my controller isn't dirty. I mean, it's not the cleanest controller, but it's not too dirty. You see? So, whatever's going around talking about you're not a gamer if your controller isn't dirty, hey, you don't gotta be dirty to be a gamer. And believe me, I'm a gamer. Well, everybody, that's gonna be it for today's episode of Cyber News. Drink some water.
Stay safe out there.
And don't forget, all the praise and glory be to Jesus Christ. Amen.